What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Sharice, and if you're new to this channel, this is Amazing Vibes, and we talk about inspiration, beauty, and lifestyle. And today we're going to talk about a subject that goes along with being a late bloomer, and that is timing, and more specifically, God's timing. I'm going to give my take about this subject, but first, we're going to listen to a few videos from some TikTokers on words of encouragement, and I will come back at the end. I also encourage you to support the channel of the TikTokers, and their information will be in the description bar. And without further ado, let's get right into it.
The thing that we think is the most important, the thing that we feel like we cannot let go of, God is like, I'm greater than that. And I'm bigger than anything, and I'm greater than anyone. And that is what you learn when you start trusting His timing and not believing what it looks like. And God reminded me in that moment, like, I am leading and guiding you. I'm greater than anyone involved. I'm bigger than any problem that's involved, because I'm God. And everything is working out for you, Joy, is what I heard in that moment. So I'm saying it to you for the people that may feel like you're losing. It may look like to other people that you're folding and you're weak, but you're not. God is saying, I'm here for you. I am here for you, and I'm greater. I'm greater. Trust my timing.
It's just something about God's timing that never fails to come at the correct time. Because you could think you're so ready for something. You're so prepared, and it's given to you, and you're not even ready yet. Mentally, spiritually. I've learned that time is a gift given from God. So we can pinpoint things, birthdays, holidays, anniversaries, the day we were saved. But our God, yours, He lives outside of time. So of course He heard things you have not heard. He's seen things you have not seen. He's not going to make moves you were never going to make. At the time, you were never going to make them. So yeah, it may seem like He's taking a little long. It may seem like He's ignoring you, but He's not. He hears you, hears your cries. And although you use prayer as an emergency contact, which I love, you need to begin to make prayer your lifestyle. So that when you come up against those times where you're waiting on God and you're in that waiting season, you know what to do. What you should have been doing, the thing you need the most, and the thing that God hears right away.
A quote and a verse on God's timing that I just can't get enough of lately. The quote is, "What is for me will not pass me by." In Psalm 34:10, it says, "Those who seek God shall lack no good thing." In Isaiah 60 verse 22, New Living Translation says, "At the right time, I, the Lord, will make it happen." We have one job, and that's to obey God, pursue God, seek God, and at the right time, in His timing, His plans for you won't pass you by.
God is not rushed by my timeline. God is not rushed by my timeline. And honestly, I'm glad that He's not. Because when I think about versions of myself that existed in past times, and if God gave me everything that I wanted according to my timeline for this moment, I would have forfeited moments of my relationship with Him that I needed to go through that I probably would not have experienced if my timeline was how my life turned out. So though it is a hard thing to do, I'm content with waiting on God. I'm content with waiting on God's plan. I'm content with waiting on God's timeline. I'm content with waiting on God's yes. I'm content with waiting on God's purpose. Because there is nothing like telling the God that created time how time itself is supposed to work.
God's timing and your timing are different. And anything significant God is going to do in your life is going to take longer than you want, but it's going to be better than you could ever imagine. So the decision we have to make when things don't happen the way we want them to happen and when we want them to happen, we say, God, I choose to trust your timing, because His timing is always perfect.
Your opportunity is coming. Your opportunity is coming. Your opportunity is coming. You have not missed nothing. You have not missed nothing. You're not late to nothing. You've just arrived and it's right on time. The next stage of your life, you're right on time. The next level in your life, you're right on time. You have the skills, the will, the traits to build it. You're right on time. You have not missed anything. You're right on time. The bus ain't left yet. And if that bus left, the bus has pulled up right now to pick you up. Your Uber has arrived. Yes, sir, it has.
God makes everything happen in the right timing. There's a time for everything in your life, but it's His timing, not ours. Ecclesiastes 3 verse 1 says, "For everything there's a season, a time for every activity under heaven." So if you're questioning the Lord on why something happened when it did, or if you're in a waiting season, waiting for something that you've been praying for, that's just when you have to trust the Lord, and you have to take that leap of faith and trust His wisdom, because God sees the whole picture and we don't. And if you're going through a hard time right now, I just want to encourage you to seek the Lord, to ask Him whatever it is that you need. He's so faithful. Remember this verse, Isaiah 60:22. It says, "At the right time, I, the Lord, will make it happen." Trust Him, His wisdom, His timing. He's got you.
The tears are because just when you think God is done, or He's turned His back, or it's just all gone wrong, He shows up bigger than you could ever imagine and provides in a way that only He can. So to anybody that might be about to give up on something,
don't look at, I should have been there by this time, and I should have been there by this time. The right time is God's time.
Yes.
And everything that you're going through now is preparing you for that time. And sometimes you want to walk away, and sometimes you want to quit. And sometimes some of us have wanted to end our own lives. But I want you to know I'm standing as a representative of the kingdom of God to tell you that if He doesn't do it in your 20s, He'll do it in your 30s. If He doesn't do it in your 30s, He'll do it in your 40s. If He doesn't do it in your 40s, He'll do it in your 50s. And if He doesn't do it in your 50s, He'll do it in your 60s. It doesn't matter to God. Time is not the issue. Your patience is. Let patience have her perfect work in you. Because God is doing something for you as we speak right now.
I can promise you it is worth it waiting on the Lord. Do not believe the lies of the enemy when he tells you, oh, God forgot about you, or God's not going to do it for you. Why are you even letting this happen? Because I've been there before. And at one point in my life, I actually listened to the devil and I began to put things into my own hands, and it never worked out for me. So if God has you waiting, wait, okay? It's for a reason. Allow Him to work things out for you behind the scenes. That way, when you get that blessing, it could be the most beneficial to you. Continue to believe and have faith in God that He has already worked everything out for you, because He has, okay? And so He has to take us through things that are going to help develop us. They're going to increase our faith, and also to just getting closer to Him. Your circumstances may look rough right now, but I promise you, the wait is worth it, and it's not gonna always be like that, okay? You have to remember that. It is not always gonna be like that. You just have to go through this process in the time being so that God can get that place that you're looking for, or that job, or that finance, whatever the case may be, whatever you're praying to God about, so He can get that place ready for you.
So I myself am in this situation currently. I have been so impatient, wondering, when is it going to be my time? Why me? Why am I such a late bloomer? Why are things happening for everyone else? Why couldn't I think of these ideas years ago when I first prayed? Why are things just now coming together? And why am I still waiting on my videos to really pop off? And I feel like the way that I have been waiting has been incredibly wrong. I feel like I need to pivot my perspective, and that is what I am working on. How we wait for God really determines His timing. His timing is always going to be His timing, but we can further delay it by not being ready. So I have took it upon myself to not only change my perspective and not see things from a perspective of lack and envy, but I'm deciding to work on myself. My YouTube channel may not be growing as exponentially as I want it to, but in this time, I'm learning how to work on my skills. I'm learning how to edit. I'm learning how to level up in my recordings, making my thumbnails, working on titles, and things of that nature. So if you find yourself in a predicament where you have been waiting on God for a very long time, pray to Him and ask Him, or even just think to yourself, what is it that I can be doing to prepare myself for my blessing? God's not going to give you something that you are not ready for. You have to be ready. You can't just sit back and not do anything or do the bare minimum and expect Him to rain blessings down from heaven when you know that you could be doing more. So I encourage you all to start today. Think of just one thing and drop it down in the comment section that you could be doing to work on yourself, to prepare yourself for the blessings that you want to happen in your life. So if you like this type of video, just do me a quick free favor and click subscribe. That'll let me know to continue to make more videos like this. And until next time, just remember that you are so amazing and continue to vibe high. Bye.